In 2020, I had a passing interest in a game called Super Smash Bros. Melee. It's a 22-year-old fighting game for the GameCube. It still has a large community of players playing in tournaments today. Unfortunately, with COVID, there's no way to play this game because it can only be played locally. Except, that's not true. Slippy is a mod for the Dolphin emulator. It allows you to play Melee with rollback netcode, making for a great online experience that makes you feel like you're playing in person. Now, to me, that meant getting my ass kicked by strangers. But in the bigger picture, Slippy allowed Melee to exist in a time where we couldn't even leave the house. Without Slippy, the Melee scene wouldn't be nearly as big as it is today. And Slippy is just one example of where emulation has made a game better for its players. Today, I want to talk about why emulation should be allowed to exist. But what is emulation? Well, emulation typically allows you to play games on consoles like Super Nintendo, GameCube, Wii, on your computer. A lot of times, this is just the best way to play, with quality of life features like high resolution, 60 FPS gameplay, button mapping so you can choose which buttons go where on your controller, and more. Often, emulation is realistically the only way you can play these older games too. When prices go beyond their shelf life, and the only official way to obtain them is through secondhand sellers, prices get ridiculously high. And none of that money goes to the original creators and sellers in the first place. But emulation has always been an illegal gray zone. Gaming companies like Nintendo consistently take an aggressive anti-emulation stance. Nintendo considers Slippy to be a mod that violates intellectual property. And as of last week, Slippy has been banned from tournaments. It can be hard to know where your hobby ends and where crime begins. But I'm not here to take my swing at that. I think emulation has offered incredible value to gaming as a whole and will continue to do so for as long as it can. I hope that the example I've given will show you the value that emulation has to offer gaming and often steps up where gaming companies won't. When you see companies shut down fan projects and emulators that take many people and countless hours to make, I ask that you speak up and make your voice heard. Thank you.